All right. 6-minute class.
That was like 20 minutes.
That was 20 minutes. Okay, so here we go. The godly soul is always excited about God. We don't feel it. The intellectual soul picks up on it. Hey, you're a Jew. It goes to a lecture. It learns Chassidut. It learns an idea. It sees something. You're a Jew. Who? I'm a Jew. Here I am. I'm a Jew. There are these excellent lecturers. There was this lady, Youngreis. What was she? Just passed away. She was an excellent lecturer. And she inspired hundreds, thousands, who knows, of people. Saying, listen, Judaism is real, huh?
That's the civil lunch every day.
You have to serve her lunch, yeah? Oh, you in your restaurant. And she inspired thousands of people. I listened a little bit to what she had to say. It's not my style, but it was beautiful. It's not. I don't know if it would have. Maybe when I was non-religious, it might have really appealed to me. Could be, but it was wonderful. And she just said positive words and positive. Everything she said was positive. She brought wonderful stories and everything like that. And all of a sudden, it woke up people's godly souls. Hey, I'm a Jew. I'm a Jew. Right? Why not act normal? Why yes? Why should I act normal? I'm a Jew. This all of a sudden became a real feeling to people. Kiruv Adat says, Hine etzem begufis palos nirlo, es gefällt ihm dies palos, gefällt him the palos. He feels the animal soul, your natural. What's this animal soul? And another word for the animal soul is me. I feel inside of myself that there's this idea of Judaism. It's a good thing. Something's. It's not because of any sort of intellectual awareness or idea or kiruv adat. Adarabba, the animal soul is excited not because all of a sudden it understands this idea, but if the animal soul would know what the intellectual soul is excited about, not only that, it wouldn't get excited. It would keep far away from it. But tachlit, totally. Why? Because what is the godly soul? The godly soul is, don't think about yourself. Think about what the Creator wants you here for. Think about, to the point of even willing to give your life for God. To give your life for God. Forgetting about going to heaven, forgetting about just automatically. Right? The intellectual soul gets excited about this. Maybe it doesn't get excited about the thing of giving your life for God, but it gets excited about the truth of it. The animal soul feels this excitement of the intellectual soul. Yeah, I want it. But the animal soul, what's the nature of the animal soul? The nature of the animal soul is me. I want to receive, I want to get. If it would understand that the essence of the godly soul is give yourself totally away for the Creator. Do everything the Creator wants, even if you're going to have to make sacrifices. The animal soul will say, hey, keep away from me. And that's why people keep away. Because they realize that somehow or other this Judaism stuff, it's going to wreck up their personal pleasures and all their plans and their comfort zones. Even though it might be a false comfort zone, and they really, in the end, it only brings them anxiety and depression and things like that, but maybe not. Because really the animal soul does not want these godly ideas. And it keeps far away. That's the whole idea of etkafia, something you have to force yourself. Because the animal soul gets excited, and when he sees other people excited, he also gets excited. Therefore, also the excitement of the intellectual soul, therefore the animal soul gets excited by godliness. And that's how you become one unit, an excited and a happy Jew. If your animal soul is not excited about God, it's very difficult to be happy. Very difficult to be happy. Because you've always got these conflicting powers inside of yourself, and you have to just keep the other one away. If a person can really get connected to the awareness of God that his intellectual soul can have, God is good, God creates the world, God creates me, God took us out of Egypt. All the things that we talk about when we pray in the morning before we get to the blessings of Kriya Shema and also the blessings of Kriya Shema. Thinking about these things, then what happens is your intellectual soul starts getting excited about the fact that God really exists. And it starts to tune into this very, very delicate, small, called Damamadaka, this feeling inside of each and every Jew. It starts to feel, wow, that feeling, that's godliness, that's a Jew, that's the real me. That's why in prayer, in Jewish prayer, the men and the women sit separate. So you're not connected at all to the world. Turn off your cellular phone, you don't think about your business, you're not thinking about your home, you're not thinking about your... It's supposed to be a couple of minutes that you're just totally getting excited about God. That's what it's supposed to be. But it's unnatural. It's unnatural. The idea is to take these ideas and put it into nature so that a person actually does get excited about Hashem, that he does really be happy to be a creation in this world, that he becomes happy not thinking about himself, thinking about the truth, thinking about reality. And that, my friends, is the secret of the intellectual soul.
I have a question. So what happened to these two guys, these two Kabbalists? I think I know who you're talking
Right.
about. How come it didn't travel from their intellect into
Listen,
to affecting their animal soul?
to travel...
Becoming anything real?
All these things, all these levels we're talking about, it requires, how do you want to call it, a certain bravery. You have to make a certain choice. There has to be a power in your soul to do what you decide. So a person, how common it is that people make resolutions and then they just don't keep them, right? Enough Facebook, I'm going crazy for it, I'm never going to watch Facebook again. He sits down, automatically just F. That's it. Automatic. Doesn't think about it. Just automatic. Right? Oh, wow, this is really good. Look at this. Oh, that he's telling me that. I'm going to call him. I'm going to get him. Right? And that's it. You're on Facebook again. Then you say no more Facebook. Okay, but no more YouTube. And then you say, okay, no more wasting time. No more. And you make all these. No more smoking. No more drinking. No more this. Sometimes people make this resolution.
These are nice resolutions, but we're talking about Torah, we're talking about Hashem, we're talking about...
Same thing.
Well, no, we're describing these as having much more powerful influence than...
They can, but they require much more of a sacrifice on your part, right? If you give up Facebook, so you can do something else. I mean, they have good reasons for giving up Facebook. I'm giving up Facebook because I want to write a book, because I want more time for myself. I want to practice playing the saxophone. I want to have more time for my kids. I want to do other things, and it's stopping me from doing. So that's pretty logical. Here you say, I want to stop driving on Shabbat because God doesn't want me to. No, if you say, if you drive on Shabbats, you're going to get punished. You're going to go to hell. You're going to go this. Oh, then I'll stop driving. But you know what? To me, it's worse. It's like the thing, about I didn't hear anything as good as one drink. So I'll go to hell. The meantime, I shouldn't suffer now. That hell is going to be is a doubt. That I'll feel bad right now if I don't eat, lobster, that's for sure. That's for sure. No doubt about it. Right? Some people just love it. What can I do? Right? It's just too much of a sacrifice. You can do it. There's people that I went to kosher their homes. They called me up. I used to do this at one time. They called me up, and I would come there with it. There was a whole group of us, and we would come there, and we would, okay, and we'd ask them, what did you use this with? What did you use this with? What did this with? And then they would have, like, their china or something like that. What did you use this with? With this? Okay, that, you can't use it. Oh, no. Yeah. But you called us. You called us all the way down here. We do want to keep kosher, but it's too much of a sacrifice. It's too much of a loss. We can't do it. Is there some way of making it kosher? It's like this fine bone china. If you boil it, it's like wrecked or something like that. No way you can make it kosher. I'm sorry, we're not going to. Or you make a person's house kosher and you say to them, listen, but if you make it kosher, you're not allowed. If you cook with it on Shabbat, it makes it not kosher again. Oh no, we have to cook on Shabbat. It is not willing to stop. There's certain things that a person is just not willing to give. Don't tread on me. Certain things that a person is not willing I know personally people. It's not nice to say. With money, they go berserk. Money, the money is for them. They'll do anything. They're always lacking. They're always on the verge of starvation, right? So they think in their minds, and then it's not so. Right? There's other people kavod. In order to get honor, people don't stand up for them. People they go berserk. They go berserk. You call them by their first name, right? Chaim. What are you, Chaim? I'm Rav Chaim. Look at it like that. Right? They can't stand. They can't take it. It really just makes them all shook up or something. Okay, that everybody has their own thing, and they know it's wrong. The guy can give a lecture on anger management and get mad. Somebody cuts him off on I say the shalom bayis on family harmony, and go home and beat his wife. That's called the animal soul. The animal soul has its own nature on its own. It's an independent thing, and no one's going to tell me what to do. That's the real me. That's the real me.
There was a professor at Harvard of Judaic studies. His name was Harry Wolfson. Harry Wolfson was brought up in Yeshiva and was taught about culture until he came to Harvard. When he came to Harvard, he decided that he had to join with all the other people, and he couldn't, and he had to be able to eat with them. He decided he was going to eat treif. So he goes to a restaurant and he orders a prime rib steak, a steak restaurant, orders a prime rib steak, and the waiter brings it to him, and he looks at it, and he says, I can't do it, I can't do it. He calls the waiter over, he says, give me the
bill,
and you can have the steak. So he pays the bill. 3 months later, he decides he's going to try it again. He couldn't do it. Another 3 months goes by, he tries it again. He just can't do it. So somebody says to him, you have to go to a psychiatrist. So he went to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist convinced him that it was all right for him to eat treif. So then, these guys are not.
Oh, so he did it.
He did it.
Yeah, sure. No, listen. Listen. That's a very, very good story, because what happens? What are the psychiatrists? I imagine it was a Freudian or somehow or other connected to Freud. But in those ideas, what do they say? Freud, especially himself, said, this urge that you have, this religious urge you have, this is a result of the how do you say this? What do they call it? And the unsolved Oedipus complex. They have a better word for unsolved. And the Oedipus complex, that you had a thing with your father, and you put it on this. Now you're afraid to eat the steak because you're afraid of your father. That same fear that you had, so he explains this impulse away. So you have this impulse, not that the impulse is really his conscience is bothering him, that God really doesn't want me to eat not kosher food, right? But he explains it away to him. What do you mean God? God is your father. You ever had an encounter with God? You ever see God before you? Your father you had an encounter with. You had subliminal, subconscious things going on with your father before you even knew it, before you were born. You hated your father, you loved your mother, and now you're trying to resolve this complex. You ever learn Freud? You have to resolve this thing. People would go to Freudian psychiatrists, psychoanalysts they call it, for years, 20, 30 years, just trying to unmask their real motives in doing everything. They're unmasking real motives. And that was one of the big things of Viktor Frankl, Dr. Viktor Frankl. He said that you have to unmask the unmaskers. From where is their desire to unmask everything? Where did they get this sick desire that nothing is genuine, you have to unmask everything? He says that's the real sickness. There are things that people do that are genuine. They're genuine. And one of them is following your conscience. So, but you can go and you can explain it to somebody. Listen, he had a genuine will, desire that he wanted to eat not kosher food. And I guarantee you that after he ate it, it was easy for him to eat further. Because he ate not kosher food, nothing happened to him. He doesn't feel anything. That's what they say. A person says, the Shabbat is supposed to be so holy. I don't keep Shabbat. I don't feel anything. Says that's exactly the punishment. The punishment is you don't feel anything. Nazis were in this. They killed thousands of people. They would kill hundreds of people every day. Children. Right? They say this one story about what's his name? Mendele. Yimach Shemo v'zichro. That he went home. He was killing people, taking people's eyes out. All sorts of crazy stuff. He came home one day and he ran over his dog. And he cried. He wept. Why didn't you weep when you were taking these people? He didn't feel it. Losing your feeling is one of the worst punishments that can occur to a person. A person losing his feeling, he loses his humanity. Everybody is... Right? I once saw, I told you, I saw an interview they had with a mafia hitman. That at least most of the people that he admitted to killing were people in the mafia. I mean, probably killed other people. And he said that they asked him, did you ever get pleasure from killing these people? He said, no, one time I did. He said, there was two guys that came to my house. I had a debt, and they beat up my wife, and she had a miscarriage. And I found them, and I tortured them. 2-3 people. I found them, and I tortured them to death. He said, that I really enjoyed. He said, why did you? Because I got revenge from my wife. He says, well, didn't you think that, just like you felt bad about your wife dying, as, these people you killed, they also had children, and they also felt bad. He said, I didn't know those people. That was his answer for everything. He said, you never felt bad? I didn't know those people. In other words, he had real emotions. He had love, family. He wasn't like some cold maniac. He had loved his family, he loved his wife, he loved his children, he had feelings, he had friends. Those whole ideas, friends, he said sometimes they gave him people to kill and he refused to do it because they were his friends. They let them know. I don't know exactly what the pratim were in the thing. So he had a whole sort of system, but it was me. Everything that runs around me, that's real. Anything not outside of me is not real. That's in a way the essence of the animal soul. The essence of the animal soul is, like, whatever is good for me, that's what I want. Some people it's good for them, Mother Teresa, whatever. They love to help people. It's in their nature, Where I put the tefillin on in the market. There's a big marketplace. There's people, really nice people all over there. But there's people, and interesting to see. There's people. They have to kiss every dog. A person comes with a dog, they have to pet the dog and they flip the dog and they give him a kiss. They love it to show that they love and that they're this. Right? It makes them feel good. Does it make the dog feel good? They don't care what it is.
I had a lady call me up the other day. She said, I'm collecting money for the Humane Society. You know how many stray cats there are? And people caution them, they don't give them food. We have to feed the cats and the stray dogs. We have to...
Right.
So when we
Happy.
do the contribution, I said to her, Madam, I know a lot of human beings that are homeless, and I'd much rather give my money to them than to save stray cats. Thank you very much. Hung up.
There's a joke like that also. Somebody comes, a poor person asks from a rich man. Says, can you give me some money? I haven't got any food to eat. He says, listen, I have a wife, I have 3 brothers, I have 10 children, I have a whole extended family. If I don't help any of them, why should I help you? Too many jokes in this class, too many jokes.